Hi guys, this is Trisha from blogherway.com. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about workflows and processes when it comes to getting your blog posts ready to publish. To organize my blog posts, I use Trello. If you've never used Trello before, Trello is an online work productivity tool that helps you kind of organize. You can do to-do lists and different things just to kind of manage your content and your workflow for your blog and business. Okay, let's talk about some of the tools that I use when it comes to getting my blog post ready. So first off, I use Google Drive. I like to outline my blog posts using Google Docs. And then I like to store any of my photos or different things like that in Google Drive. And then I also use Canva to create a lot of my graphics for my blog, prepare my screenshots for my step-by-step tutorials, prepare my Pinterest images, and different things like that. So what I like about Trello is it is easy to kind of bridge the gap between the documents I have in Canva through the documents I have in Google Drive. And then it's just a nice way to kind of plan my workflow, my processes. So specifically today, what I want to talk about is using template cards in Trello. So I'm going to take a deep dive into my personal kind of template card that I use for each one of my blog posts. And what's really nice is you can do checklists, you can include links and different things like that to all the various Google Drive to Canva and different things like that, just to kind of keep it organized. So let's go ahead and jump into Trello and I will show you this in action. Here is my Trello board for how I organize my blog posts, just to kind of orient you to my board here and explain what my different lists are. So this first list, I do this with a lot of my Trello boards. It's just kind of a quick links list, link to my WordPress login, link into other Trello boards that are relevant to my blog and different things like that. You'll also notice this template card here, which we'll dive into in just a moment. For this second list, this is where I kind of brain dump my ideas. If there's ever kind of like a blog post idea, I'll just kind of make a quick card here, jotting it down. That way, when I'm looking for blog post ideas, I can kind of go through this list and see if there's any that I want to pursue further. In this next column, this is where I've looked through these cards and I've decided, yeah, let's actually move forward with that one. And then it kind of moves into this kind of post to work on column here. And then this next column is the planning. This is the one where we're actually starting to work on this blog post. We're starting to research keywords. We're starting to outline it, starting to actually kind of take action on this blog post. This next one is after I've recorded a video for that topic. I'll move it into this list here saying that it needs to be uploaded. The next one is just the video's uploaded. I need to edit the subtitles on it. Video uploaded needs blog posts. And then I've got my completed column here. And then I don't want this column to get too full, so ever so often I'll move it over to, I've got completed posts by categories here for that as well. Okay, so let's talk about template cards. What is a template card? How do you use it? So what a template card is every time you go to create a new card in your list, you can use a template. So you can have predefined information in that card. If there's something that you consistently do every time, or a link that you consistently need every time that you do a blog post, you can set up a template card. That way you don't have to go and do it every single time. It's just a way to make your processes more efficient, just to kind of set up your workflow that way. So let's open up my template card here. So what you'll notice when something is a template card is it gives you this information. This is a template card, and then you can click to create a card from this template. So in this, just to kind of show you around my template card, here in the description, I just have it pre-written, YouTube description, YouTube tags, Pinterest description. This is just whenever I'm doing that blog post, working on it, I'll jot down what I want my YouTube description to be, what kind of tags I want to use for it, and a Pinterest description as well. I have set up some custom fields. I'm still kind of tweaking with them to see if I like it or not. I have a priority custom field here where you can set where it's high, medium, or low. I have a start date, so when I actually start working on this post. I have a video publish date here. I can include that information there. I've got a blog post publish date, and then a drop down for subject. Like I said, I'm still kind of working on just figuring out how I like to use these custom fields for that as well. And then what you'll notice here are my Trello attachments. So on this card, I have attached a link to 2 different Trello boards. This first one is a pin list. So let me go ahead and click on that in another link here and show you what this Trello board is. On my pin list board, every list represents a different blog post. And in this list, I have a link to that blog post. And then I also have a link to all the different Pinterest images I have created for that blog post. So I just use this as a quick reference to see what Pinterest images I've created. And it's just kind of a helpful tool. So the pin list is one of the Trello attachments that I have automatically on my template card. And then this next Trello board that I have attached is called my business binder. In my business binder, I keep track of all the various things related to my blogging business. So I'll just have kind of quick links to different things here, quick links to the different kind of different online tools that I use, and then it just kind of keeps track of my branding and affiliate links and different things like that I have in my business binder. So for your template card, I definitely recommend linking to any additional Trello boards that you would want to access related to your blogging business. That way, whenever you are working on a blog post and you need to click into one of these boards, it's really easy to do from this card here. The next part of my Trello card are the attachments. So this first one here is to a Google document template. This is what I use for whenever I'm outlining my blog post. So it's just kind of a quick link to that template that I have in Google Documents. And then also under attachments, I have a link to my Canva templates for the various kind of images that I need to create for my blog post. So you'll see here I've got a YouTube video thumbnail template, an Instagram template, a header image template, and then if you click through, I've got a Pinterest template, I've got a template for my screenshots there. So I find those really nice. It's a nice way to kind of bridge the gap between Canva and Trello, just to kind of quickly access those templates that I need when creating graphics for my blog. And then I also have kind of a quick link here for Tiny JPEG, which is a website where you can compress your images before I upload them to WordPress. There's also a GIF compressor, and then I've got a quick link to my WordPress login, and then I've got a quick link to my master URL document. This is where I've got a Google Sheet where I have all the links to all the blog posts, all my pages, links to where you can find my courses, links to where you can sign up for my various freebies and different things like that. So any link I include in this document. So when I go to create that video, I get that video URL link, I'll put it into this document. When I publish the blog post, I'll put that URL into this document. So this is just kind of a quick link to access that document when going through my workflow process for creating videos and creating blog post content. And then this final link is just a link to Google Search Console. After you publish your blog post, you'll want to submit that URL so it can get indexed. So that's just a quick link there. And then as I scroll down further into this card, you can create checklists within Trello. And so I've got a checklist for my blog post, all the different things that I need to do there. I've got a checklist for Pinterest, a checklist for YouTube, checklist when it comes to creating a lead magnet to offer as kind of a freebie in a blog post, and then just a social media checklist as well. So that is just kind of an overview of my template card that I've created for Trello. So when you're creating your template card, what you're going to do is you're going to first create your card, add your links, all your different descriptions, everything that you want to include on your template card. And then when you're ready to actually turn it into a template, you're going to scroll down, and here on the right under Actions, you can click Make Template. And then what you'll notice, it will be turned into that template card where you can have a button to create a card from that template, and then you can always choose to uncheck it, and that way it's no longer a template, and then you can make any changes there. So once you have your template card set up, let's just talk about how I use it. So let's do an example here. So I'm going to create a card from my template. So let's do it for this particular video. So we'll go create from template here, and then you'll select that card template. You can go ahead and give it a name. So, and then you can choose whether you want to keep the checklist, you can choose whether you want to keep the attachments to that card, and then you can click Create Card, or you can even edit the template from here. So we'll go ahead and create a card, and then it will set it up here. What you'll notice as I created this card in this list, that I also have a couple of Butler automations going on. So whenever a card is added to this list, it sets a due date for 1 week out, and then it automatically assigns myself to this card. So we're not going to go over automations in this video, but I just wanted to explain what I also have set up on this board here to do with this card. So when I click into the card, it's all set up with the template here. It's got all the attachments. It's got my Trello attachments. It's got the checklist. It's ready to go to start working on the blog post. And so with this card, what I do first is I create a folder in Google Drive for this topic. So in the description below, I'll leave a link to my tutorial on how to use the Google Drive Power-Up. So we'll go ahead and create a folder. So I'm going to go ahead and click Create and Attach, and then I'm going to create a Google folder. And then after it's created, what you'll notice here is that you have the Google Drive folder right here. You can go ahead and click to open it up. So the Google Drive Power-Up saves it to your Google Drive. So I would definitely recommend moving that folder, to where you store your blog posts. After I've moved the location of my folder, I'm now going to go back into my card, and then I'm going to create my Google document that I have with this template. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it here. And then what you've noticed is I've created a document that forces you to make a copy whenever you click on it. So it's a quick way to take that document and just make it, use it each time for my different blog posts. So I can go ahead and click on Make a Copy. This is a pretty simple template. It just tells me to just kind of jot down my keyword ideas, what's the main keyword I'm choosing. I can start outlining my blog post and then figure out my title and then just kind of start writing it. But it's a quick way to use that same outline each time for each blog post. And in the description below, I'll link you to my tutorial on how to force a copy or how to make a template document with Google Docs. And then with this document, you'll want to make sure that you save it to that folder you created. Once the document has been added to your folder, you can click back over into your Trello card here and then go ahead and refresh it. After refreshing the board, what you'll notice is now I can access that document straight from this card, and it makes it really easy to just kind of get back into where I am writing that blog post from this Trello card. So it's kind of a nice way to keep it all organized here. And then let's go into just to kind of show you how I use my image attachment. So I'm going to go ahead and let's pull up the Pinterest image one. So when I click on this link here, it pulls up my Canva Pinterest template. So I can go ahead and click on Use Template. With this document, I always go ahead and name it, and then I save it to a folder within Canva. And then after I've saved it to a folder, I go ahead and create a link and copy that to Trello. So I'm going to click on Share, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on Copy this link. And then with that link, I'm going to bring it into Trello by creating a new attachment. Go ahead and pasting that link and then just giving it a name. This is the Canva Pinterest image, and then go ahead and attach it there. That way, whenever if I ever need to access that document again in Canva, I can do so quickly from this Trello card. It will pull up that document, and I'll be able to just kind of access. If I need to create another Pinterest image, I can already see what I've done, and it's just a quick way to be able to get back to that Canva document. So that's one of the things I love about this kind of Trello system is I'm able to bridge the gap between my Google Drive, and then I can bridge the gap between Canva, and it just kind of helps keep me organized that way. And then like we talked before, it has the various checklists, so I can, as I go through my workflow process, I can check off the items as I complete them for my various blog posts. The last thing I want to show you is one of my completed posts and what that card looks like, just to kind of show you again how much I love using this template card and just keeping track of everything for my blog post in Trello here. So if I click on one of my completed posts here, what you can see is I can see just kind of what my YouTube description is here, all that information. I've added labels of what this blog post talks about, of my different categories of Pinterest, of Canva. And then under the Google Drive folder, you'll see there's a link to all the different graphics that I've created in conjunction with this blog post, so I can easily access those images again if I need to. And then it's got my different attachments to all the different Canva documents I've created. And then I've checked off the different items here, and then I've also, what's nice about Trello is you can paste a YouTube video link, and then it will show up in the Trello comments here. So it's a quick way to access the video that I have for this blog post as well. So I definitely love using the Trello template. It's definitely been a little life-changing, if you will, when it comes to organizing my content in Trello and being able to manage my blog posts at the various stages when it comes to posting the video, knowing which one needs a blog post written, and different things like that. So I definitely recommend using template cards. It can be a great way to kind of streamline your process of creating a blog post. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video on how to use template cards in Trello. Definitely like this video and leave a comment below. Let me know how you like Trello, how you plan to use template cards in your blog and business. I hope this has been a helpful tutorial for you. This is Trisha from blogherway.com. We'll see you next time.